Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the compassionate Patriot, also known as the Beachside CEO. So don't get me wrong there. But here's the deal. Today it's about Red Friday. It's about a product I'm going to introduce you to, but it's Red Friday. Remember everyone deployed. And why is that? Why is it that maybe on every social media platform, if you do a Red Friday hashtag or you look that up, you find that I lead in every category? Because I believe in this country that much. I believe in the people of this country. Don't get this wrong. It's not about a government. It's not about a political party. I could care less Republican, Democrat, red, blue, purple, green. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care what religion you are. None of that matters. What matters is I've come to know the history of my country. I've come to know the people in my country. I've come to know the subgroups in this country. And probably most of you watching this don't know that. You only know certain things. Well, there was the Civil War. There's black, there's white, there's Muslims, there's Jewish, there's everything that's in the media. But do you know the real people in America? Have you been more than 50 miles from your hometown? Do you know what the world's like outside of that? Well, let me tell you, America is great. It's not about America becoming great again. And that's a cool, the MAGA, all that good stuff. That's awesome. If you're into that, go for it. But what I'm here to tell you is America has always been great. You may disagree. You may say, Troy, look at our history. Look what we did to people. Look what we did to ethnic groups. Look at what we did to women and children and all that. No. Here's what I'm saying. What makes the people in a country great, which is what makes the country great, is the people learn from their mistakes. They learn from their history. They learn from their past. And the great people in this country have learned that. I challenge you to go learn about the Amish, the Appalachian people. Go learn about the Mennonites. Go look about the different Indian tribes in America. Oh, sure, we know about the Cherokee and the Choctaws and the Seminoles and the Apaches and all of these. But do you really know about all the Indian groups that are in America? You know that's what was the basis of making America great? Do you really know the history of the American colonies? I'm not talking about the first people to land here, the first people that were, but the 13 colonies that actually made up America. This is interesting. Do you know what really drove the people here? Do you know why there are people today who are willing to be in the service of the United States military on your behalf? Now, some may say, well, Troy, they're looking out for themselves too. They needed money. They want the GI Bill. They want to do. That is true. There's a reason that people join, but there's also a reason that people stay. There's a reason that boys and girls become men and women serving overseas, deployed in areas that you don't know about. There's a reason that men and women come home and have mental illness. They have PTSD. There's a reason we lose 22 a day to suicide, and they were doing it for you. They went through things for you. And I'm sharing this because if you're an entrepreneur, which most of you are going to be that watch this, if you're out here building campgrounds that you want to make money off of and show people history in America, if you're out here building a Main Street nail salon or hair salon, if you have a construction company, or maybe you're launching a coffee company, then people don't care so much about the product. They care about what you stand for. And I'm going to share a couple of guys that mean the world to me. One of them I serve with on a daily basis. So I'm going to share a little bit about him, but I'm going to share with you a dear friend of mine, business associate. He's been a client, a friend. Even when our business relation ended, before it even started, we were friends. And we've got the friendship. This is what I love about a true friend. We don't always agree with each other, but we always listen to each other, ponder, ask questions to fully understand where each other's coming from and how we can support the other person. Because that is what friendship's about. But friendship goes beyond, and in this case, Robert Oblon, one of my dear buddies, sent me yesterday a care package, and I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when it was going to get here. And it ended up being on the best day, Friday. Red Friday, where it's funny. If you go look up Red Friday and then look at just about every social platform, you'll see I've got more memes up there, more images up there than anyone else, because I believe in this. This is something that I'm just thinking about. This is something I'm committed to. I want the men and women that might be out there to see I'm not going to forget. I understand what they're going through. Well, guess what? One of the things that Robert and his partners have done, they just launched the Red Patriot coffee company. And this is the Red Patriot Infrared. And I love this. And here's why I love it. He's got it in K-Cups. Next week, I am going to do a standalone video on their single pour. I think that's cool. But here's why I'm telling you this. Because if you're going to build a business, any business, I don't care what it is, it can have global reach. So don't get me wrong on this one. You have to stand for something. Honestly, people don't care about your product and service. They come a dime a dozen. Everybody's got one. Whatever it is you're going to dream up, think you've got going, somebody else has already done it. Somebody else could think of it. That's not it. It's, do you believe in what you're doing? That's the key. Red Patriot here, made in America. But I want to read their values, and I'm going to share a little bit of something. It says, Patriot Red supports multiple conservative efforts and donates 10% of our sales to such causes. Your support of Patriot Red automatically supports our collective belief in our Constitution and in the American dream. Here's why I love that. Cafe 180, I sat on the board. Guess what we do? We believe in the community. We take a percentage of all of our sales and we put them back into the community. It's not about the coffee we sell, the pastries we sell. It's not about that. People that walk in here know that we believe. They know that I'll probably be sitting on a couch in here, and if they're going through a struggle, that I'm interruptible, that I'll set aside what I'm doing to hear what they're going through, to see if maybe I can help or I can send them somewhere. This is what it's about to be a Main Street entrepreneur. So if you're looking for a side gig, if you're looking for a main gig, then what you've got to understand, what you have to remember is that people want to know what you stand for. Now you may be thinking, but Troy, do they really believe this? I've heard of this Robert Oblon guy. Let me tell you something. I know him and his partners. They run a conservative social media platform. They support conservative causes. They literally will go and help the people. Been doing this for decades. This isn't new. They put something together. They created a coffee company with infrared roasting, not the old traditional roasting. This is pretty cool here. And they believe in the people. And that's why when it came out, I thought, man, what a great thing. Here it is, Red Friday, and I can talk about Patriot Red. But there's another buddy in my life. He's my mentor, coach, teacher, sponsor, somebody that's, just blows my mind. His name's Jason Shinholster. And you may say, well, Troy, who's he? He owns a company called White Ox Remodeling and Pressure Washing on the Emerald Coast. What makes this company so powerful is that the values that company has, what White Ox has, is the values of Jason. See, Jason takes every other week and he goes back to prison, checks in up there, not because he has to now, but because he's up there mentoring guys that are in prison. You look at his construction company, and we're getting ready to publish a story on him. When you look at his construction company, the majority of the guys that work for him are all guys that have transitioned out of prison, transitioned out of alcohol, drugs, some type of something. He walks his walk. You say, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, because his remodeling company remodels multi-million-dollar homes on the Emerald Coast, and people praise them for their work. And when they hear the story and they see the guys working and they see the second chance, he's walking his values. So I put this video up today because I'm a proud patriot of this country. I love the people in this country. America doesn't have to be great again. America is great. And it's people just like you that make it great. It's not a political party. It doesn't matter if you're blue or you're red or you're purple or you're green. It's you. You might be somebody in California and you're a liberal Democrat. That's what makes America great. You might be somebody in Georgia and you're a red conservative mom, believes in homeschooling. That's what makes America great. You might be a 1% biker, feels a brotherhood with his people. It's what makes America great. You might be gay, straight, might be trying to figure out life. That's what makes America great. You might believe in my Jesus or you might believe in somebody else. That's what makes America great. It's not being partisan to a party. It's not rallying around some cause. It's not having a false identity saying I'm BTM or I'm a Christian or I'm a Republican or Democrat or whatever. That's not what it is. It's about saying I'm an American and I love my community. I'm an American. I'm going to try to make my community better. I'm an American and I'm going to go look for people that need help and give them a hand up so that they can go out and pay it forward. That is why America's great. So don't listen to all the hogwash you see on social media, you see on TV. It's not about that. It's about people like you and I saying, man, we got some differences, but we got more in common than we got different. So let's go out there and show the world how great America is. And if you're looking for a side gig, find one that really helps you push forward what your principles, what your values, what your morals are. Because when you do that, you're showing people what you stand for. And people care more about what you stand for than what you're selling. You're getting ready to launch a business, you're launching a new company, then here's what you've got to know. What is it that you stand for? What do your partners stand for? I don't care if you're this new brand called Nilo Life. I don't care if you're Amway. I don't care who you are. What do you stand for? Because when you stand for something, people want to know more. And when you can walk your talk, you can make a movement that will change the world. Not just in America, but every country who has a main street with an entrepreneurial passion where people want to do better for their families than when they came into this world, where they want to leave something for the next generation. That is what makes America great. That's what makes your country great. That's what makes you great. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong. And if you're a Main Street entrepreneur, act like it.